All right. Welcome back to another stream tonight of Buddah and Psionics playing games poorly. We have been down for about an hour now because of the Blizzard DDoS attack. But magically,
DDoS attack.
it was a DDoS attack. But magically, Buddah didn't disconnect. Buddah kept farming while I was gone.
Just a little bit here, a little bit there.
I can't blame he's 4 levels ahead of me now. So, and I was like 50 levels ahead of him before. So I can't fault Buddah for what the fuck just happened, but the servers are back up.
Tell you what, Psionics, if you're feeling comfortable, let us go do a couple of puzzle runs.
Okay. I think I'm comfortable doing a couple of puzzle runs. Let me pop that out.
Okay, now, just because of what he did, Rax did, I'm assuming it's important. So I equipped in a just an Imperial Emerald. I don't know if going flawless or not would be a good or a bad idea.
Rax did a flawless, but the important thing was to not have one of the season gems.
Yeah. Okay, well then I'm gonna go for Imperial Emerald instead of, or a flawless Royal Emerald instead of an Imperial.
Well, yeah, so I have my flawless Royal. I have my my broken crown. I'm good. I'm good to farm out some gems. Yeah, I was about to call it a night, but thank God I stuck around. Might take a little longer than expected, but...
Well, there's at least one.
That should be it.
Well, I was just more saying that was one gem hoarder. Gelatinous.
Racers. I guess I need rares too. I'm alarmingly low on rares. Don't particularly care too awful much about magic, though. So, I'm gonna go ahead and push.
Now, I like that they're trying to be nice and throw the money at me, but then it usually means I have to go back and get the money it just threw at me.
Alright. I think that's just about it there. I'm good to go into greed.
Okay, I just went in and, demolished everything. Figure that'd be something worth doing. Now I'm reorganizing my gems because I feel like it.
Well, I feel like it's too late to go back for those magical items, so I'll just wait for you to come back.
It might be wise.
And pop.
Because we get to enjoy the most enjoyable part about this thing. So pleasant.
Right now, greed is Blizzard, and this is my anger at Blizzard.
Oh, I knew Blizzard was a queen.
Yeah. Blizzard was a fat fuck that just sits on his throne. Well, I got 38 diamonds, so that's always good.
I got 27 emeralds. I don't know if you had emeralds in your head or not.
Now I have diamonds in my hat.
So you did better on diamonds than I did emeralds.
Membo. Backup lay arcs wouldn't be horrible. Alright. Yep. I would not be remiss to do another one. But I do kind of got to pee, so... I'll be right back.
Hold. Hold.
Hold it. No, I can't hold it.
Ooh. Did a lot burial. I did a lot better on my emeralds than I thought. Oh, I can't say no to a probe.
What the fuck are you doing over there?
Switching my pet. I now have a probe.
I had no idea you could get that from greed.
Probe? Oh, you don't get that from Greed, no. That's me buying collector's edition shit.
Hmm. Sorry, I didn't
Here,
realize that was something you'd already paid for.
I bought all the StarCraft 2 collection editions. I'll just put that out there right now.
Gotcha. Alright. Ready for round two.
Oh, and speaking of which, I did better on my emeralds than I thought. I got 27 marquees, 35 imperials.
Nice.
Yeah, I much prefer it when these things come broken down in their component parts.
Yeah. Component parts are always far superior to non-component parts.
The bulky stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold up.
I'll link.
Apparently I'm full on blood shards, so what should I waste my blood shards on?
Well,
That's right. I need a cinder cloak at least.
chest will burn through your blood shards quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Ah, I got cinder cloak. What else do I need?
Essa Johan amulet.
Got another Dovo. Ooh, Traveler's Pledge. Can never have too many of those.
No, you can't. Especially considering you usually get the compass rose first.
Mm-hmm. Blood shards.
Oh, those Onyx blood shards.
What are you talking about? I earned those blood shards. Wrong. Grr. Here I am running forward, just going, hey, my thing will pick it up. All of a sudden, an entire thing of gems just plots down. It's like, oh, no, gotta go back for them.
Can't leave that shit behind. Fuck you, Blizzard! Fuck you!
DDoS attacks aren't that hard.
Actually, they're fucking annoying as shit.
I figured they are, but still. Woo woo. So I got a grand total of 38 Marquis and 72 Imperials from that. Well, from the two.
Oh, no. That was the wrong tab to be depositing those gems into.
So I need a Mimpo Twilight.
For your
Oh, no, you said
follower, for
follower.
certain builds, it's...
Okay. Don't need a Talisman of Arnok, right?
No. Got my Essa Johan. Show me Cinder Cloak. Let's try that again. Cinder Cloak! Cinder Cloak! Alright, well. That gives me the full build for LOD.
Congrats.
Somehow I don't believe you. I
You
feel
don't
like
believe
you're
me?
like secretly angry at me.
Yeah, I am. Because all of a sudden, things I had plenty of, you're like, oh, actually, you needed that. Thanks for the late information. This helps out everything.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize we needed certain things. I made the shopping list before the season started. Give me a break.
No breaks. You're a programmer. No breaks. No. I mean, obviously, there's plenty of things I could do, but outside of drilling the dungeon or the greater rifts, I super serial need some goddamn
Bounties?
bounties. Yeah.
I'm okay running bounties real quick. I was cautiously optimistic that we could clear the season tonight, but
I figured we could have cleared most of the season tonight, but because of that hour delay that you ran into,
yeah, the DDoS
which leads
attack
in,
really just kind of fucked everything right in the butthole.
which leads to the other question: how many greater rift keys do you have?
Give me just a moment. I have 12. So I'm gonna need more GR keys to anyways. So if you need to
Well, at
run
least
bounties, I say we run bounties. The other option we have available to us is, well, they don't give us bounty mats, but the challenge, the new challenge rift is up, but it doesn't give you very many bounty. I think T16 bounties will give us more.
I've opened up the game to the public for bounties.
Oh, okay.
I'd rather not risk.
All right. Well, I guess we're running bounties. I'm gonna go to 5. Fuck it.
Goblin, regular.
You open up the game for bounties, and the game filled the fuck up like immediately.
Damn straight. People love their bounties.
Especially their T16 bounties.
Yeah, that was actually something that confused me during the DDoS attack. I was sitting there, it's like, okay, I want to join a T16 bounty. Wait, why is there only like 4 people doing T16 bounties? This doesn't make sense. Maybe I don't remember this game that well.
Oh,
that's right.
But yeah, no, that was
Immediate.
yeah, that really was. That was fucking impressive. Like there was no lag there. Like you opened up the game and it's like, join. It's like the whole Diablo community.
Waiting on bated breath.
For some T16 bounties.
Okay, some jackass wanted to stay here. I'll leave.
I was waiting on bated breath for somebody to open their stable game to fucking bounties.
That's me, Buddah the stable. Did I just fat joke myself?
I think you did. the wide stationary Buddah.
I just have a very defined stance. It's hard to shake me. Well,
The
actually, I need some
strong
shaking,
base
but
Buddah.
Damn straight. Strong and based. I'll take it.
Every once in a while, you just need a wide, sturdy base.
Something that won't be shifted by DDoS attacks or wind. Now, if there's a cake involved,
Now that might shift the Buddah.
the foundation. That's a lie. It'd have to be a steak, not a cake. But you know, most fat people don't say, "I want the big steak." They, "I want cake." No, sorry, Gabriel. I'm not on the same wavelength.
Chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake. Yeah, no.
No, I didn't actually want that.
You're a very funny man, but I just can't agree with you less on that one. But then again, I burned out my sweet tooth when I was like 9.
Well, the thing is it's more about pie, honestly.
What's more of a pie?
It's more
Chocolate
about
cake?
pie. Pie is the true hero.
I
Like-
don't agree.
No,
Don't
pie
get me
is
wrong.
fucking amazing. Like, cake sucks. Unless it's cheesecake.
I was gonna say, the desserts that catch my attention are cheesecake, German chocolate cake, and lemon meringue pie. And well, a pecan pie will get my attention from or two. But one that used to be a favorite, but dropped down to the lowest tier now is pumpkin pie.
Yeah,
I used to
pumpkin
be-
not so much. Pecan is a king amongst pies.
So when it comes down to the desserts, those will get me moving. Outside of that, I just really can't care.
Cheesecake, pecan pie. I love me some pecan pie.
I just think it's hilarious you're not that big fan of German chocolate cake because of pineapple. Or coconut, my bad.
Coconut. I like coconut. I like raw coconut. But it's in the same vein as pineapple. I like raw pineapple. I like grilled pineapple. I don't like pineapple on pizza. I don't like coconut on just about anything, really. Like, maybe pina coladas. I like pina coladas.
I don't think I've ever had a pina colada.
It's basically alcoholic coconut.
Yeah, you know, actually, I think it's funny, you know, especially how blasphemous it is. I'm not a huge fan of Hawaiian pizza, but you know what? I'll be damned if every once in a while Hawaiian pizza just does not hit the mark. It's very rare. It's very rare. But you know what? God damn it, every once in a while I want it.
And every once in a while, you're wrong. It's okay. Everyone's wrong from time to time.
I'll agree. I'm very rarely wrong. I'll concede that point.
And when you want Hawaiian pizza, you are in fact wrong.
You know the thing I still find hilarious, and this is especially blasphemous to Zionics? Usually when I want a pineapple pizza, I want a barbecue sauce marinade or whatever.
You monster. Like, you might as well put ketchup on the goddamn thing at that point. You know what I want? I want an abomination on a pizza crust. That's what I want, is an abomination on a pizza crust.
That's how Democrats do it. No, I still remember once. Actually, maybe. Screw it. Ooh. Who opened it?
Oh, shit.
Magic.
Porting home.
Oh, that's right. I need to do that.
Magic opened it?
Yeah, magic. Magic tuna. Oh, and he's got a goblin shrine.
Oh, I already went in.
Then, oh, you're boned, dude.
Shit! Shit.
You want the goblin shrine, dude.
I know.
Well, that just made all this worth it.
Oh, yeah, in a big fucking way.
Yeah, I'm not picking all that up. And I still need to clear out my inventory, so... Oh god, that means I have to do that whole run again. No! Damn it!
Go into the vault.
Oh, no, you bastards!
Yeah, they started vault. Wasn't me. I didn't start the vault, but...
No, it was the officer. I do not like the officer. He's got shit to do.
I'm comfortable with my decision.
Oh. Why would somebody leave a treasure vault alone after taking care of a goblin shrine? I mean, this is just a... I cannot conceive. Hopefully he can't conceive. Or her. It's perfectly possible it's a female.
You're only saying that because I made a very shitty decision.
Close.
Alright, I'm gonna hang on to some of these goodies because I think you might be interested. But we can reconvene after the
I can't do that here.
After everyone leaves.
yeah. We can sort that shit out later. But like I said, I'm okay with my comment, even though it was on stream.
I'm okay with your comment. That's just... Oh, they left. I mean, I guess they don't want what goblins usually drop, like gems, rare materials, money. I mean, everybody's rich at this point.
Says the fucking asshole who's Paragon 1058.
Yeah. Don't you know for every 2 seconds you leave a vault open, it loses 10% of its value? I mean, we are already operating at like no value vault. He sacrificed a lot staying there with us during the Goblin Shrine. We just don't understand his plight. Straight up Tuesday.
Yeah, we're not allowed to repeat what I actually said to him in chat because that's wrong.
Unless you live in Australia, the UK, New Zealand.
Australia
You know.
Day! Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Tuesday. Gotta love them Tuesdays.
Kill the enemies of the passage. Oh, okay, I can do that. I just hope Magic Tuna is giggling at my comment.
Well, if anything, he's the guy who got shafted because he was the one who found it.
He is. But Magic Tuna is also, you know, 100 levels ahead of us. I was just saying, like, I just hope Magic Tuna saw my comment to Officer and went, heh. like, even if it was just like a giggle, like, yeah.
Total Tuesday. You want to know how to be a Tuesday? Be an officer. Which is actually accurate on so many levels.
This is strangely appropriate. Alright, so what do we got? Hey, speedrun, what's going on, dude?
Silly prisoners. I could totally leave you here.
Yeah, we're just trying to wrap up D3. Ideally... Oh, shit. Person...
We were hoping to do it tonight, but apparently Blizzard suffered a DDoS attack. Speaking of which, you weren't here. What were you doing for, like, the last hour?
Were you
Blizzard might be
DDoSing
contacting you.
Blizzard?
They may be contacting you, good sir. Or madam, I'm not gonna assume your gender.
Right. Yeah, no, Blizzard just went through a DDoS attack, and we lost an hour of progress. Sorry, don't mind my screaming. I had a bad pop-up.
Excited. You're not
Yeah,
supposed to be getting those at your age, man.
pop-ups. Unfortunately, they follow me everywhere I go. But yeah, no, we should get pretty close, I think, all things considered.
Yep.
Your pronouns are Satan and devil. I'm sorry,
Is it Mr. Satan or Mrs. Satan?
I reject those pronouns because they have too many syllables.
Well, you got people who call themselves demisexual. That's way too many syllables.
Just Satan. All right, I'll keep that in mind.
It says here that you guys accuse us of worshipping Stan. Some guy named Stan. Actually, that was supposed to be Satan. That was a mistype.
Well, and there's always the whole Santa joke too, where all the missing Dear Santa letters went to Satan.
You know, actually, that was one of the things that made me laugh. Did you hear about the whole Santa Inc. thing that came out?
No, I did not hear about that.
So it's a stop motion stop motion animation done by Seth Rogen and Sarah Silverman. And it was them, in a sense, shitting on Christmas and stuff like that. And so people straight up hated it. They had some very strong reactions to it.
But
But
Sarah
when people were
Silverman
looking
isn't
at-
funny.
Neither, well, Seth Rogen is barely funny too. I think that C word pissed him off. Well, to be fair, you're a little young. You'd be Damien, but you know.
Magic Tuna left too.
Tuna didn't like it either.
Apparently, Tuna and Officer were good friends, but
Well, I mean, tuna's in the name.
yeah.
Certain things smell like tuna. Tuesdays.
Do you have a I guess you cubed in an Aquila's, right?
I doubt it. We're having lag issues now. There we go.
Nah, yeah, you're going all robot on me.
Maybe not.
Bleep bloop. You survived the great, you know.
Yep, latency is almost at a full second.
Jesus.
DDoS. I'd be really pissed if I just lost the bounty.
Oh, Red Rising. Absolutely speedrun. I didn't even have to hesitate there. The Red Rising book series
Yeah.
is fucking amazing.
At least the first 3.
Also, yes.
So does that mean you actually went through Ender's Game? Because that's the only other book I can remember recommending.
Well, you want to go through just Ender's Game, not the series. Not unless you hate
Yeah.
yourself.
Which is funny because Onyx is actually a fan. You know.
I like book 1 and book 2 are worth it. Ender's Game and Speaker for the Dead are totally worth reading. Just stop there though. Just don't go beyond that. I went beyond that, and
All the way beyond that, apparently.
I can't get that time back.
You know, it's funny. My brother-in-law was saying, "Oh yeah, no. Have you seen or read the book, The Shadow of Ender?" And I was just like, "Nope, couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it." Why not? Cause I mean, it sounded interesting, but then you find out that Bean was actually the replacement for Ender. But Bean wasn't that clever, and then I guess they made a book so he was that clever. Now, don't get me wrong, he didn't need to be that clever. He just needed to be clever. But no. Apparently, if Ender ended up failing because of reasons, but
Yeah.
does that mean they showed the emotional turmoil of, yes, we need to kill the buggers, but we can't hate the buggers because if you hate the buggers, then you fail to be a thing to kill the buggers.
Yeah, no, there was a ancient Aquilas. That would probably be better to equip than this cinder coat.
Of course, it depends. Like, what kind of books are you looking for? Because the other one I would recommend, even though it's not completed, is the King Killer Chronicles. I still think those were phenomenal books. Zonix has some issues with them that I agree with, but at the same time, I don't think I am as vehement about them.
Yeah, no, the King Killer Chronicles is a very good book series. Oh, it's a good 2 books.
Yeah,
And
waiting on the third book to come out.
Yeah, both books are definitely worth reading. They're very good books, but there is no conclusion to the story, so that is a problem. But yeah, no, the King Killer Chronicles is a good series. But if you're looking for
Yeah, do you want sci-fi? Do you want fantasy? Do you want romance? You could tell us the truth. Come on.
if you want romance, Red Rising. If you want sci-fi, Red Rising. You want fantasy, Red Rising. You want action, Red Rising. You want intrigue, Wheel of Time. You want Red Rising is an amazing book. The first 3 books of Red Rising are fucking amazing. I can't recommend those enough.
Most definitely, when it comes down to it, those are ones I recommend without hesitation. You know, the funny thing is I guess it might have been 2 seasons ago, maybe 3, when I was playing this game. You know me, I like to, especially if I'm playing solo, I listen to audiobooks. I was listening to Red Rising. I was like, okay, guys, if you've never done it, listen to Red Rising. It's the guy who does it is phenomenal. The story is great. Just listen to it. And the first response was, "Do you listen to Joe Rogan?" Sometimes. Why? Because he recommends that book too. Okay, so there's at least one point that I agree with Joe Rogan then. But yeah.
So let me ask you this, Speedrun. Do you like audiobooks or you prefer to read them?
Oh, with Red Rising, you have to read it, or you have to do the audiobook. The guy is too perfect at his job.
I mean, I think the books are worthwhile reading. I don't know.
Well, they are reading, but I would recommend the audio. But then again, maybe you're better at, making up voices in your head or something like that. But the guy who reads the audiobook hits it out of the goddamn park. Like, he is my favorite reader that I've done, and I've done a lot of audiobooks at this point.
So unfortunately, I can't help you with like a Kindle version of the book. But
Well, then if you read them, you read them.
But at the same
Okay, yeah,
time,
and more power to you.
if
Sorry.
you are an advocate for the high seas, you can find them relatively easily. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, they're amazing books. They're absolutely amazing books. And so it's right now it's two sets of trilogies. The first trilogy, solid, recommend, can't recommend enough. Second trilogy is on the second book, and I'm on the fence. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's really gonna boil
he's
down
gonna
to what
have to.
happens in the third book.
He's gonna have to do some quite amazing stuff because there are a few too many stupid things he does along the way where you're just like, what? No, that doesn't make any lick of
but
sense.
the first three books are fucking solid, and I cannot recommend them enough. Just think of it this way: like you have the original Star Wars series, Episode 4, 5, and 6, and then you have the
Are you serious?
prequel, but
Ignore him at that part. Also another one, especially if you're into sci-fi, is look into the Expanse series. That one is also quite phenomenal.
Yep, it's not done yet, but I have no reservations about that one. It is like 200 or 300 years into the future. Humanity has colonized the solar system, but that's it. Like they've gotten close to the speed of light, but they can't actually surpass the speed of light. So they've colonized several planets, several moons.
Asteroids, yeah,
Yeah,
they've colonized a lot, especially all the way out. What is it called? The Kuiper Belt.
yeah, the Kuiper Belt.
So pretty much all the way out to the Kuiper Belt is quite well uh set. Well, not settled, but at least they have colonies, they have mining industries and whatnot. And then beyond that, it becomes a little more sparse. But they come out with some things that are, oh, I didn't like you either.
Well, we opened the game to public. I'm putting the game back to private.
Oh, didn't matter.
I mean, it sort of kind of mattered if we want to do more bounties.
No, yeah, if we're gonna do more. Yeah, right now I was looking through my stuff and it's like I need more Forgotten Souls, so.
Oh, okay. Well, then we can just run riffs.
But yeah, no, let's. Well, I leave that to you because I don't know how much you're reforging. So if you need bounties, let's do bounties. Or if
Oh,
you need
I am
bounties,
good
kill
on
us.
bounties. I did that bounty for you.
No. Oh, he cares.
Not
Um.
really.
Oh, good. I got a flavor of time. Fine, I'll join you. But yeah, no, actually, one of the things, especially if you're into sci-fi, and I think this is something that doesn't get talked about enough, is if you're fighting in space, like legit starship fighting, one of the things that happens in the Expanse series is what is it like the inner defense realm where everything's like insta death is at like 10,000 kilometers or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Because you're firing things at like God that are. That'd be no, yeah. Well, I was never a fan of my 7th grade people either. But yeah, no, so like it actually starts talking about, interstellar distances, and especially since at that point you're probably developing things where you can use something like Gauss rounds or Gauss rounds, however you want to
Yeah.
pronounce them. In which case you're firing things that are pretty close to the speed of light, in which case if you're within just 10,000 kilometers, yeah, just you're vaporizing them. So that was a cool little tidbit that the.
Yeah, no, and that's one of the really good things about the the Expanse series is it gives you a good idea of the scope of what space battles would possibly look like in the future, where you have Gauss cannons that fire at or near the speed of light, and just how long it would take to dodge a bullet fired at you at or near this, like, it's fucking crazy. The Expanse series is amazing, as long
Well,
as you
especially
don't
since.
watch the TV show.
Yeah, I don't watch that shit. So, open up to the public?
Oh, you want to do more bounties?
I thought that's what we were talking about.
Oh, I didn't realize you wanted more bounties. I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, it's yeah.
That is my bad. Give me just a second.
Actually, do a rift real quick. I'm gonna go pee and do a few other things, but yeah, no. When it comes to, they cover a lot of interesting things in the Expanse theory series, and they even have I call it a theory. Maybe I was talking to my dad. He was a physical therapist, and he's telling me it wouldn't work out that way. But he was talking about if you had kids born in near zero G, well, at least grew up in near zero G. They cover that later in the series. That during that time, your average belter, as they're called, people who don't live on planets, would grow up to be an average size of like 6 foot tall, because they don't have gravity pushing down on them. So a majority of your bone growth would go up to height instead of going into density. How would would that work? Would that be accurate? My dad said that no, that's not how it would work. But it's interesting, and so that's how you could tell belters from other people, is because your average belters, like I said, like the smallest one is probably like 6'5". Well, not 6'5", but they're at least 6 feet, and their tallest ones are 7 to 8 feet tall.
Yeah, they're lanky motherfuckers. But like that's the world that the essay Corey and describes, and it's actually 2 authors, but they're very consistent with it, and that's one of my favorite things about the Expanse is there are certain assumptions that are made. One of those being that that belters are abnormally tall. And they stick with that. Like, you know, this is a rule. And, you know, part of the rule is belters who are born away from Earth's gravity have a hard time coping with Earth.
You remember they have to go to Ganymede because for whatever radiation protection.
That's
I never understood
right.
that part, but
yeah. To avoid abnormalities and things like they have rules within the universe that they follow, and they follow the rules religiously.
Quite strictly, yeah. No, it's quite phenomenal. Well, in my mind, it's quite phenomenal.
Yeah, whether or not it's accurate is another question entirely. But they establish rules within the universe, and they follow those rules. And for me, that's the most important thing. Is
I was gonna say that's the biggest thing for me. Books, movies, and all that jazz. If you make a rule, I don't give a damn what it is. You have to follow your own rule. You don't follow your own rule, I will hate you quite thoroughly.
Yeah.
But then again, I hate hypocrites too. Maybe there's a connection.
And that's one of the biggest issues with like fantasy series, is they tend to not have strict rules, which makes for, in my opinion, shitty storytelling.
Well, actually, you know, a thing that comes to mind. So, the guy who did what was it called? The Alamancy series,
Yeah, that was Brandon Sanderson.
Brandon Sanderson. So I was listening to him, and he was talking about how he was on this panel. And while he was on this panel, they were like, you know, they were talking about things to define, things to not define. And he's like, yeah, no, you should totally define your magic system. And he got such blowback on that, because it's like, if you define it, then you actually have to explain it. So having somebody go, woo, I did some magic to do this, all of a sudden you're like writing yourself in a corner. So apparently seasoned writers are like, no, you don't define magic in any way, because then you actually have to play with inside your own rules. And I'm like, this is why most of you suck balls.
Well, and there was and I didn't click on this, but apparently Brandon Sanderson is an associate producer or a producer for the Wheel of Time series.
Oh dear God, no.
And,
I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, but dear God, why?
And there's a lot of articles that talk about how Brandon Sanderson loves how the show is written, which makes me think either he hates how the show is written, Or he's actually a
doesn't wanna-
raging douchebag.
Well, the problem is, especially if he's as he claims, oh yeah, no, I was a huge fan of the series. I was so honored when they chose me to do this. So, and this is where I think back to oh fuck bears. Remember Archer when they kidnap Burt Reynolds?
Yeah.
I am returning.
It's like, or he talks about, or they have a conversation about making a new Gator series or whatever, Gator movie, and that leads to finishes off the Gator trilogy. And it's like, and then that's how you get an AP, an associate producer title. Not because they did anything, just because they had a conversation. So it's quite possible whatever the writers did, he did love. But then once it actually started getting pushed through, it's just like, no, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that.
So 20% of them are horny, 50% are assholes and require everyone else to do the stuff for them. 15% think they are better than everyone else. 5% can't handle bad language. 9% are normal, and 1% are psychopaths. 0% are smart. I'm not sure that adds up, but I actually agree with you like 100% on that one.
As long as you understand you're not smart, I can't talk you out of it. But you know, whatever. As long as you're self-aware.
We're talking about executive producers here. I am not an EP in any stretch of the imagination. I'm not in charge of a show, Buddah.
No, I'm looking at what he wrote down. No, it does add up. I was what he wrote down, so I was checking his math.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. It does add up. You keep saying I won't be disappointed, but I beg to disagree.
All right. Well, GR, or are we doing riffs again?
Don't you mean bounties?
One of those. To be fair, I think Buddah tells his shit story too.
No, my life's been nothing but rainbows and flowers. I've been all purdy on mine. I don't know. Zionix making shit up just like he always does.
Yeah, I'm the only one here who has made mistakes. All right, am I making this shit public or not?
Yeah, make it public.
All right, open game
Yeah,
to
no, because
public.
I'm
Bannies.
kind of torn at this moment where it's like I think we should solo doing regular riffs just because if we set it up properly, we get double the drops. So if we're both running and we're both doing it in about 4-minute runs.
Oh shit, there's a bunch of people here. I'll be right back. I'm gonna make a drink. I am not the normal one.
Define normal. I'm not the normal one. It probably doesn't even matter how you define it, actually. Just ignore my obviously sociopathic tendencies. Either I'm sociopathic or I'm autistic. I'm not 100% sure which. I don't think I'm autistic because I don't think I'm that smart, but yeah. But just think about how I focus on certain things when I hear things. It's like, no, I want to deep dive on this. But then I got a ADD level of attention span, so there are times where I get hyper focused, then all of a sudden, okay, you know, I'm gonna throw this on the back burner for the next month or two. Yeah, then neither of us are normal. I mean, obviously I haven't talked to a clinician, so anything's possible, but people suck. And while I try to be nice to them, I'm starting to lose my urge to be nice to them because I don't think they're worth the effort. I doubt that.
An ally has left my party, but
Oh
my
no,
foes
we
are
lost.
eager.
Vancouver.
Ally has joined my party,
Alright.
but my foes gain strength.
To Act 1 I go. Because we've apparently found a replacement.
Yeah, Vancouver left and Maximilian came in. Yeah, you could look them up. Both of them pretty much say they lack a connection with human people and emotions. But one of them is all about, what's the word I want to use? Well, the big problem I think that it comes to play is narcissism, I think, comes into play for both of them. But sociopath, I believe, can control their random wants and urges, whereas psychopath is a little more rambunctious about it. Obviously, that's up to a certain level of woohoo. Oh, not a woohoo.
Welcome back, Speedrun. Turns out he wasn't actually listening to you.
Oh well. He'll prove me wrong. That little sociopath wouldn't lie to me when looking up what a psychopath and a sociopath is.
But yeah, no, generally speaking, psychopathy and sociopathy is a matter of control. Boiled
Well,
down
the funny
to
part
its
is
most...
it's not even that well defined.
No, it's really not. And there's a lot of disagreement. There's a lot of contradicting evidence and things like that. It's a lot like autism. It's not especially well defined. But
In which case, they're going to make a spectrum of 10,000 ways you could be autistic.
yeah, but my understanding of the difference between, the primary difference between psychopathy and sociopathy is a psychopath cannot control their urges, where a sociopath can to a limited degree. Like a psychopath has to kill. Like a psychopath that has the desire to
kill.
Yeah, it could be any primal desire. It doesn't have to be killing. It could be literally fucking anything.
It could be sex, making a lot of money, just having the control, blah blah blah, all that.
Yeah, no, it could be sex, making money, touching small children. It doesn't fucking, you know, that is not a prerequisite. The important difference.
You're in the
between,
right club, then, dude.
Yeah, the important difference is a psychopath cannot control their urge to do something that is, whether or not it's socially responsible, socially acceptable, is irrelevant. A psychopath cannot control their urge to do that thing. A sociopath can. They want to do a thing, and they desire to do a thing, and they will go out of their
They don't want to get
way.
in trouble to do a thing.
Exactly. They will. They value their own freedom. They value their, you know, their independence. So that's the Buddha or the Zionics general purpose.
Buddha's breakdown of what it is, the difference between one
Between
and the other.
a sociopath and a psychopath. And
no, the only thing that really gets me when it comes to these is usually they're defined as narcissistic, and I don't think I'm narcissistic.
But you assume you are either a sociopath or a psychopath, which,
well, like
by
I said,
definition, makes you a
narcissistic.
narcissistic because, you know, you have this assumption about yourself that you have a value that you don't really actually have. You know, by assuming you are a psychopath, even though there's evidence to the contrary, makes you a sociopath.
I guess.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, for me, like, if you won't stop yourself, then thanks for the short amount of subbing that you're going to be doing. You're in Australia, right? I just need to stay away from there.
Yeah, if you have...
Of course, actually, to be fair, apparently the whole Dexter thing is somewhat accurate. Is if you're raised a certain level of properly, that being you can be a full-blown psychopath or sociopath, you know, whichever one maintains the control, and still actually be a perfectly normal, functioning person of society, and almost people wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Actually, you know, I was listening to a book, and one of the things that was fascinating is one of the, like, top 5, I think it was, one of the top 5 professions that attracts them is chef.
One of the fundamental defining factors of a patty melt is how you melt the cheese. You can't order a patty melt where the cheese is melted onto the bun. That defies a patty melt.
Guess I'm not getting how I'm stupid on this one.
I'm still waiting.
That's Better Off Dead.
Oh, never watched that one.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've made you watch a couple of episodes of Better Off Dead.
You maybe watch Better Off Ted. Thoroughly enjoyed that one.
No,
Never
Better
watched
Off Dead is a series. No, there's Better Off Ted and there's Better Off Dead. They are two distinct series.
I know there are two distinct series. I've heard of Better Off Dead and never watched it. And obviously I've watched Better Off Ted a couple of times. Of course they experience emotions like hunger and chocolate. No, drunk and chocolate.
And you know what, Speedrun? A lot of people agree with you. Otherwise, things like stream cheese wouldn't exist. But this isn't... Strictly speaking, this isn't sociopathic behavior.
I mean, if hatred of cheese... Can I say the same thing about my hatred of green beans?
No, I mean, there's want to punish an eating of cheese, which is sort of hatred, but not really.
So it's like being a cat where, you know, they torture their food before they eat it?
No, I don't think eating string cheese makes you a sociopath.
Well, I mean, I guess if you infer, like, you're causing pain to said not inanimate object, and that enhances the flavor?
String cheese does taste better if you cause it pain.
So yeah, this is a conversation between you and Psionics. I'm not that big fan of cheese. It's like tomatoes in my mind, where it's like I enjoy them, especially if they're in a mix of something, but when it's just like straight up cheese, like I don't know if it's like some like mild level of lactose intolerant, but all of a sudden I start feeling some shit build up in my mouth. It's unpleasant.
Buddha can't explain his hatred of cheese.
That's not a hatred, it's just I do not appreciate it as apparently some people do.
Not enough discipline.
Okay, what's the goblin? I hear him. Here, where are you? Where are you? That is okay. That is nothing important.
The cheese grating cult. I
mean,
know, are nachos involved?
Obviously, it's like half the reason why you grate cheese.
You know, that was actually one of those fascinating things in watching some of those random cooking channels that I've watched. Is like when they decide to slice up tomatoes or dice up onions, they just pull out a full thing of or a full cheese grater and just start using that. I was like, wow, that's a fascinating way to use that. Of course, I still need to figure out how your guy, Pete, does the whole salsa in a blender.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love grated cheese. I would grate my own cheese if it weren't for the fact that I was fundamentally lazy.
Well, that's where I love the Cuisinart.
Yeah, but then you have to clean it, and it's like, good God.
That is true. Onyx has a big issue with cleaning things.
I have an issue with cleaning things. Mister, I will let the sink overflow with shit before I actually...
I follow whoever, because like when I'm the one who sets it up, you know, I'll clean things and put it into the sink, and then every once in a while you're just like, hey, you know, I'll pile on top. You know, if Onyx is gonna pile on top, I'll follow suit. Who am I to disagree? I assume that there's a fundamental difference happening where it's like, well, is the dishwasher clean or dirty? I don't want to put dirty stuff in with the clean stuff.
You lying sack of shit. You such a lying sack of shit.
Yes, I lie, because Onyx never was the person that led to the sink being filled with dirty dishes. Never happened. Not once. Never. I, Buddah, was always guilty of this. Oh, the horrors that I do. It's like kicking children or tearing apart cheese.
As long as you appreciate that this is what you are, I'm okay with. I accept you who you are.
You accept your fantasies, but hey, you know, fantasies is part of what keeps us immortal. Oh, taking on a keyboard, you see?
Not by choice. He was in the way.
Yeah, guess I'm going after the tormented angels.
So, just to clarify, when you say year 7, you're talking about...
7th year.
Yeah.
So, like, that's 7th grade. Year 7.
Okay, that's all I was clarifying.
Dude, modern day is all I can say. Because that's one of those things where, don't get me wrong, I think when I was there might have been a few, but not many. But strange and scary shit, man. I actually feel sorry for you guys. You get better tech, but that better tech comes at a price.
Being in Australia?
Yeah, being in Australia. But yeah, no, it's one of those things where all of a sudden, you know, like girls losing their big V at the age of 13 is not uncommon. And the problem that really gets me, and I mean, it ticked me off when I was your age, is the amount of girls I met that were like, oh yeah, no, I got a 20-year-old boyfriend. You're 14. What the fuck is your problem? But it's part of the bullshit girls get fed where it's like, oh, you mature faster. So then they think they deserve somebody more mature. So then they go after somebody like a 20-year-old. And at which point, am I supposed to feel bad, or am I supposed to be like, well, they're making decisions?
I believe in the Amsterdam and Germany style of approach where the age of consent is 12.
Well, to be, well,
I don't know. The
I
age
don't
of
know.
the
Well,
age of...
no. I'm looking at what he said. One with the highest has a body count of 3. That means she's gonna be hitting triple digits by the time she's 20. Well, maybe 22.
Well, a place where it's not, maybe in like Africa. Good God. I don't know. The age of consent is a fuzzy line to be sure. But honestly, for me, I feel like 9 is way too low.
So yeah, well, no, because we looked it up once. I think the lowest I remember was 13. But when it comes to the Islamic countries, they believe in child brides, in which case, yeah, no, they can marry them very young. But I think it's frowned upon if they become sexually active before 9. Thank you, Muhammad. And banned by Twitch.
You're not allowed to mock that particular religion.
I'm not mocking it. I'm finding going, that's wrong. That's straight up wrong.
Yeah, no, it honestly I live in Utah. It's a state in the United States, and we have a religious sect here called the FLDS. It's the Fundamentalist um, uh, Latter Day
Uh,
Saints.
yeah, fundamentalist Latter-day Saints.
Fundamentalist Latter Day Saints, and they, without equivocation, they absolutely they marry girls off like at 11, 12, 13 to members of the church who have high standards, and high standards
Correction,
being high standing within the church. And it's a reward for people who are like super religious or super faithful that please the prophet. You know, they and obviously they believe in polygamy, so they have multiple wives and things like that. And it's it's a super fucked up system that actually exists within the United States. It's largely been allowed to continue because of the religious freedom laws, but there has been some pushback recently against
There's
it.
been pushback due to polygamy laws, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, polygamy itself doesn't offend me, but the problem here is that these girls are being forced into marriage with 50-year-old men that they don't want to be married to. You know, it's
That is too expensive.
you know, it's gross, is what it is. But it's losing a lot of steam thanks to the fact that the prophet Warren Jeffs is, you know, behind jail and isn't getting out anytime fucking soon. But that's like personal history here around here, and it wasn't it has nothing to do with freedom of choice or anything like that.
Well, and that's where it goes to it's the responsibility of the parents to protect the child. But at the same time, if a child's sneaking off to being a 20-year-old, but then again, yeah, no, this is way too big of an issued conversation, because it's like, okay, at what point can you say somebody it can make an informed decision? It's like, I could sit here and tell you I was horny as hell by the time I was 8. I don't think I would be too pissed off if a babysitter came after me, but at the same time, would I be mentally aware to be like, okay, this isn't love, this is just lust? And that's where you run into the psychological issues where you have to wait until you're older to be like, okay, no, I'm just horny right now. The fact that I wouldn't mind being the babysitter doesn't mean I'm in love with them. It just means I'm horny. Is there a new map? Or do you want to rope him into
I mean, do you want to do a? I don't have one. Do you have one?
one what?
Puzzle ring?
No. Nah. Okay, let's just bounce and do another bounty.
Left my party, but my
Yeah, no.
foes
Well,
gain
12 actually I think it beats. The youngest I remember hearing about is 13.
Really? More bounties? What are you hunting for on bounties?
Nothing on bounties. I'm just hunting to get more mats. Right now I'm low on legendaries, but doing legendaries at least gives me the chance, or doing this just makes it to where I don't have to do it later.
Well, we can get legs doing GRs.
I know, but I want to get a nice. Well, okay, so this will be the last one then.
has joined my party, but my foes gain strength.
Yeah, no. Why is she doing it? Chances are she does not have a good family life. Her daddy is abusive or isn't around, in which case now she wants attention or male attention, and this is one of the way that she can feel male attention without, or the way that she. Oh, fuck bears. the way that she can feel like she's getting male attention without, or that is tangible. That's one of the issues. Maybe she's. I'm not gonna finish that. You can finish off that.
Excuse me.
You know, I actually heard an interesting story. I haven't watched it yet, but apparently it was a documentary about former porn stars. Pretty much, you know, once everything was done. And there's this old one. Well, I've seen some of her stuff.
I may have
Tara
subscribed
Patrick?
to her.
No, I never subscribed. But Tara Patrick, name ring a bell for you, Buddah or Psionics?
Yeah, you're Buddha. I'm Zionics. No,
I know, that's where
No, the only one I really know is like Dolly Parton and like Chrissy Teigen and.
Jen Jameson.
Yeah.
No? Okay. So, apparently, when they were talking to her, or to Tara Patrick's, they were talking about, you know, so what was it like, blah, blah, blah. And she was a straight up exhibitionist. Like, she loved literally every part about the business, and she does not have a single word of complaint. And from what I understand, she hasn't been working for a couple of decades now, but there are still people who be like, hey, it's Tara Patrick's. And she actually is like, hey, yeah, more fans. This is awesome. Like, that makes her happy. That gets her off. In which case, you know what? If you're in that group, it's a little harder to put things in a normal realm. But was she abused? Was she not abused? Can we ever really know the answer to that particular question?
Well, and a lot of it has to do with the whole, you know, what impact can you apply to, you know, a broken home or an abusive father or stepfather? Like, what impacts can you apply to these things? It's, you know.
And so sorry, going to speed real quick. No, and that's just it. She's just an info. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to say about that. Yep, no, and that's the thing is, I've actually met a handful of people who've claimed that they were banged by their babysitter. So then it comes down to the question, were they raped? Were they molested? Did they have a good time?
Yeah.
And I guess that comes down to how they interpreted that situation, because I've heard all of it. One guy was like, yeah, no, when the babysitter hooked up with me, that messed me up. Okay, you know, one guy messed up by babysitter.
But there's 12 other guys that are like, I banged my babysitter. And his best friends are like, nice. You know, like, you know, it's shit like that, where, you know.
Well, and even though he got lambasted for it, and this is where I think back to Milo Yiannopoulos a bit, even though obviously I don't stand behind it, is he was like, yeah, no, I had a priest come after me when I was like 13. That's when I learned I was gay. It's like, I got some issues with that, especially with a, I don't know, 40-year age difference or something like that. Thank you, Pastor Peter, what have you. It's like, But like I said, yeah, no, I'd totally been down when I was 8.
Yeah, no, well, and it's like, not gonna lie, I dated a cougar that, you know, like, don't get me wrong, it wasn't while she was babysitting me, but at some point earlier in my life, she did babysit me. So it was like,
but that's just it. Is you hit a point of theoretical, mental, emotional maturity type thing.
yeah, emotional maturity. Clearly, I don't have that. I feel like that's a given my current profession. But anyway,
and that's all you can really say. Well, as far as I'm concerned, is it's a complicated conversation. They say it was a bad touch. You just sort of have to run that it was a bad touch. Do people lie that it was a bad touch? That's where you also get in trouble.
Well, the summary of what you may or may not have missed is it's complicated.
Mhm. Yeah, no, it's probably the best thing to end on. Is it's complicated. Do your own research.
And you know, it's like just because someone is a particular age or
To talk about this in a certain different or a slightly circumspect way. So one of the things I remember running into that pisses people off is at what point do you just shrug your shoulder at something like domestic abuse? You marry a person, male or female, doesn't matter. You marry a person. They abuse you. You go, oh, they didn't mean it. Okay. Like, do you be like, hey, you need to get out of there? No, 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 it's all fine. They didn't mean it. Okay. They hit me again. Okay. Get out of there. No, 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 they didn't mean it. Like, at what point do you just sort of sit there? It's like, you've made your own decisions. You're over the age of 20, 25, 30. Like, at what point are you just like, you've made a decision? Whatever I say or do is actually irrelevant to your life now because you've made decisions. So, shrug? I mean, I'm sorry. I wish life was better for you, but you done made your own decisions.
well,
But the
and
problem is
there
they
is
never
a
want to put an age on that.
well, that's the thing. It actually has ow.
There's
We actually have a
video.
video for this that demonstrates the issue that we share at work regularly. Is that it's not about the nail.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about the nail, but I think if it was.
Yeah. If we just took that nail, it's not about the nail. But if we just pulled that nail up, no, it's not about the nail.
And if they're not willing to acknowledge the nail, then yeah, no. You shrug and you move on. There's literally nothing you can do. And actually, there's a couple of stories that have come out where a guy sees a girl getting abused by her boyfriend, husband, thing, whatever, and steps in to take care of the abuser, and then the girlfriend wife thing stabs the guy, shoots the guy, like literally F's that guy up. In which case, you know what? Now you're putting your life in danger to try to help somebody. Are you really going to risk your life for somebody who probably is accepting, even though you're not supposed to say they're accepting of said situations? No. It's a not good, dirty situation, and do you want to risk your life to try to fix it?
To help a stranger.
But yeah, no. Some people just want chaos in their life, and that's a type of chaos that they like, enjoy, thrive off of 1,000 other adjectives.
Buddah just
Pressing his shit.
chilling here with a body count of 100 when he was at 14.
Yeah, I wish. God, I wish. Body count, sadly enough, is 7 or 8. I'd have to count. Let's say 7.
It's higher than mine. I'm not actually. I never. Body count?
Well, to be fair,
I never
paid for
killed
2.
anyone.
Oh, yeah, oh, well then. Yeah, then 100 actually.
I'm about to say, you're the one who went to fucking Afghanistan, not me. Unless we're talking about, you know,
that body count is different then, yeah, okay.
Unless we're talking about paying for
that number.
Not unless we're paying for sex, in which case, define paying for sex.
Watch Butter on South Park.
Oh, you useless fucking Tuesday. I don't need your help here, you dumbass.
But I was scared for you.
It's not
No,
you.
speaking of which,
It's not you. You don't have fucking disintegrate. I know it's not fucking you.
It wasn't me. Hey, Speed, do you have Netflix? Or do you have a... Or Want to talk to your friend who plays on the high SEs?
Don't encourage him, speedrun. Don't encourage.
I will not deny such things. I'll leave it to Psionics to admit his place. So, I guess it came out recently. Look up Arcane. It's animated. I'm only 4 episodes in of, like, I think it's 10. Totally badass. Totally should watch.
Yeah, Arcane sounds really good. I haven't watched any of it yet, but it does sound very, very good.
Actually, if you want to not take our word for it, as it were, there's a guy me and Psionics both watch. It's his most recent video. Look up the Critical Drinker on YouTube. He gives a really good breakdown, and his spoilers are very, very mild. Like, the only thing I could think that he truly gives away at the beginning is one of the earliest antagonists and one of the earliest protagonists have a history together that only sort of gets covered. So that's, as far as I can tell, the biggest spoiler. And yeah, no, dude, the storytelling is phenomenal. The characters are good. They're fucking good.
The the critical drinker is my spirit animal.
In a lot of ways. But yeah, no, so I found it today. Well, I watched him talk about it today. I watched 4 episodes today, and badass.
I'm not gonna disagree with that at all.
Yeah, no, I can't disagree. We are critical, and we do drink.
And we are drinkers.
But he's known as it. Well, we're just, we're plebeians, apparently.
Yeah, he is the critical drinker. We are a critical drinker. Well, 2 critical
Right,
drinkers.
we are some critical drinkers.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and it isn't us. You'll tell because he has a Scottish accent. Or is it Irish? I never
he doesn't sound like us at all.
Yeah,
As for the
no,
tolerance
either that or
level,
we're-
that's debatable.
Huh? It depends on how you define tolerance, I guess. Come on, bow to your position, psionics. A 7th year would not lie about such observations.
My ability to murder Iraqis has nothing to do with my ability to imbibe alcohol.
He's just disappointed in his own number. Nothing to be embarrassed about. Some people are bigger than others.
Some people just don't kill. They're not murderers, and
Whoa, 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 whoa. What makes me a murderer?
I mean,
I think
killing
you're starting-
helpless Afghanis in their homes. I
Well,
feel like
why are
that
they helpless?
because they don't have weapons.
It's actually quite allowable for them to have AK-47s.
Yeah, yeah. So it is for fucking people in Kansas. Doesn't mean they have them.
A lot of them actually do. Besides, I'm the friendly soldier.
The friendly soldier that shoots you when you wipe your ass.
No, never. At least let them stand up.
Wait till they wave, right? That's how it works.
So jealous, man. So jealous. And see how he's trying to initiate his own pseudo-alpha status while being a beta, it's actually quite depressing. But you know, you gotta let him stroke that ego a little bit. I don't know how long we're gonna be on, dude.
Yeah, we're
Especially
actually.
since
Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow, so I maybe got another 40 minutes left to me. But if we see you again, great. If we not, blah blah blah, flarga taco. If we see,
because we pointed out his beta nature, he's a bit befuddled at the moment. You know, give him a second.
yeah, we should be streaming more during the holidays. But yeah, no, tomorrow I do actually gotta work, so I gotta.
This is not the second floor. What the fuck are you people doing?
I hate you. I hope you die.
This is why you're the beta, dude.
6-week-long summer. We get like 3 months in our summer. Well, it's at least 2. Wait, that's
Oh, there's cow level.
Oh, neato.
Yeah, no, one of the guys I listen to, he's a Canadian lawyer. He's talking about how, I'm obviously it's not too long, but I guess he was saying that, the rest of the school year in Canada has been canceled and shit like that.
Well, that's not too bad.
Seriously.
Because the way it works in the States, at least for traditional schools, is you get like 2.5 months in the summer, which is June, July, August. And then like over Christmas, which is December to January, you get like 3-4 weeks.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
Somewhere around that. Now, this is not to imply that.
Somebody started up the Cow King.
Which one of these fucking Tuesdays is a useless fucking Tuesday?
All I could say is the wizard.
So, Homar, the homo.
They're both wizards.
God damn it, they are both wizards. Well, you know what? Whatever. If they want to finish clearing the bounties while we clear the rest of the cow level, I think I'm okay with this.
Yep. Just make sure you always have 2 slots in your inventory open.
Well, 4 have already been claimed. You just need 1.
No, I mean like 4 have been claimed? I thought just 3. I might have lost one then. That's
4 have been claimed.
An ally has left my party, but my foes are weaker.
I have 4, but we haven't finished. Yeah, we haven't finished chapter 2. Okay.
Oh, somebody quit before it's all done.
Okay,
So either I stored one then, or I had a full inventory when one was collected.
Hopefully you did not have a full inventory. Alright, well, good afternoon, speedrun. We'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, enjoy your siesta.
Tomorrow night we will, or well, afternoon for you, we will be playing some Terraria. So, and obviously you're welcome to join us again if you want. So
You
yeah.
know, that's still a big question we need to decide on is do we play Terraria earlier or do we keep playing Terraria later? If we play earlier, then Zane might be able to join in.
Well, next week is an interesting question, just because obviously, like I said, I can't stream on Thursday. Well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to stream on Thursday. So
Yeah.
instead of starting a way out, and I'm with speedrun on this one, is earlier one day, later another day.
Well, I just
But
meant early time, like instead of starting Terraria at like 8 o'clock, that's what we start at 6 o'clock. That's more what I was inferring.
yeah, no, and that's what speedrun's saying is one day you start Terraria early, and one day you start
Oh, okay. See,
the other.
I was working off what you were saying with the whole not playing on Thursday because you got the whole thing happening. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Well, and that's that's a different thing entirely. Good night, speedrun.
yeah, no, I guess yeah. Well, afternoon, night, siesta, all that jazz.
But yeah, it's so without playing on Thursday, I was thinking of not starting um a way out until next week.
Which is fine, but
So on like tomorrow we would do Icarus and then Terraria, and then we would skip Thursday, and then
we're
we
not
would
gonna be
do.
done with Diablo. That's so. Are we leaving Diablo for non?
And that was the other thing I was going to say is
I'm overburdened.
I got all five. Was like originally I was planning to
Okay.
clear Diablo tonight.
Yeah.
That's more
So
what I
that's
was
where I'm
getting.
asking. Isn't tomorrow? Wouldn't we be doing will we be continuing Diablo, or are we gonna be saying Diablo's ultimately off stream after tonight?
I mean, we can continue Diablo and finish it up. Honestly, we're not too far away from finishing up Diablo as it is,
Yeah.
and I would like to finish it on stream. So I would say on Wednesday we finish up Diablo, and then go to Terraria, and then maybe on Friday we start with Terraria and then go to Icarus. And if we get into a position with Icarus where we need to play more,
An ally has left my
because
party.
that's the big thing with Icarus is you have to be able to finish off your things within a week,
For the most part, yeah.
and that's one of the bigger issues I have with Icarus.
Well, to be fair, most of the things we do, we can't. Well, it's a long night, but yeah, we could finish it off in a single run. And maybe that's where we can add a bit of wiggle room is, if we have something that goes over, then maybe um we bump one of our it takes twos or something like that to finish it off. But yeah, no, there is some, like you were saying, we have a limitation when it comes to it takes two. So, well, not it takes two to Icarus. So what do we do about that is an interesting question.
Yeah. No, it's
And maybe that's where there's slight, yeah.
oh, Shadow Coil. I don't care about that. Sorry. Um It. I don't have a good answer. Mostly it's because I was honestly planning on having this Diablo done by tonight, but I think if we punt a way out until next week, which is almost certainly going to be well after Diablo is done, and then we focus on doing Icarus and Terraria, or Icarus and Diablo, or Diablo and Icarus. Like, I think if we take that approach, like, I don't know if that offends you or not. It sounds
No,
like
it
you're
doesn't.
grinding your teeth.
No, no, I'm just trying to think because on it, like one of the things on my end is obviously I got free time tomorrow. So
Well, tomorrow is Wednesday. Tomorrow is normal streamy day.
I know, but what I'm saying is I could spend a chunk of time tomorrow doing some grinding and whatnot, maybe finishing some things off on my own, especially since you're gonna have an easier time since you've already have it set up to do the LOD. So I could jack up a bunch of my gear and whatnot, make it to where we will have that much easier of a time um doing the riffs. So I mean, and that's where I was sort of thinking is like, what can I do to, in a sense, try to take the pressure off, try to speed things up. So it's like, because I mean, to be fair, we could just do Terraria and it takes two in Terraria tomorrow. Skip Icarus, do It Takes Two Terraria on Friday, and then maybe we use Saturday for another Diablo run day. Because I mean, we did a long Diablo run last Saturday, so why not do
Yeah.
it for next Saturday? Like, so, and that's where I'm trying to think of. It's like, do I do what I can? Because thus far, I have not run. If you were, well, outside of the whole DDoS thing, I have not been running. If you have not been here,
Yeah.
so that's where I was more thinking. Okay, what could we do? What should we do?
And I don't know. I don't have a good answer to that.
And
It's
not pushing for you to have an answer. It's just that's what I was bouncing around in my head is what can I do? What can we do? And this is where I always get annoyed because I start looking at some of these legendaries. Now to be fair, I try to keep at least two, if for no other reason than reforge purposes.
yeah.
But I think I've got like 4 mage fists floating around now. I've already gotten rid of like 2 Saint Archus gauges and whatnot. But
Yeah.
that'll be stuff I can fuck with tomorrow. But the only reason I want to fuck with it is because Forgotten Souls is quite literally my biggest choke point at the moment. And that's all because I want to get a decent goddamn Yang's recurve. Come on, game. Just a decent one. Doesn't need to be perfect. Doesn't even need to be pretty. Just needs to be deadly. It's got cold damage, sadly, but it's fucking ancient at least.
Nice.
And it does so. What do I want? I want damage. I want Well, I want elemental damage. I want damage. I want dexterity, and then what?
Let me Google that for you real quick.
Oh, I figured you had it up. Sorry. Thank you.
I mean, I did, but I got rid of it a minute ago when I wasn't sure I was ever going to come back to this tonight. All right, Yang's recurve, damage, range, socket, Rimaldi's gift, attack speed, damage percent, area damage, dex.
Wow, I am completely wrong with this then. So I want damage range, so the cold damage.
Yeah, cold damage is good.
I want the slot. I want the dex. I want
Socket
the area
is
damage.
through your
I know, but that's
Romaldi.
Romaldi, so that doesn't matter.
Um,
So then I want to roll my vitality or my resource cost goes down by 43%. I don't want to get rid of that.
so you want to roll vitality for area damage is what you want to re-roll there.
So what's the other one then? Because dex or damage percentile was not in there.
Yeah, it is 6% damage, second from the top.
No, on the list that you had, I didn't think it was in there because you want damage range.
Damage
You want the
range.
Romaldi's cube. You want the Romaldi's cube. You want the something area, then area damage. So was damage percentile in the list?
So you get 6 to 10% damage, and then
No,
you
no.
get.
Sorry. Repeat the list to me. The list that I'm looking for the weapon.
All right. So damage range you have
Got it.
6% damage. Attack speed you do not have.
Okay, that's what I'm missing.
Damage percent you have.
Oh, so damage percent was in there. Okay.
Yeah, 6%. It's the second one.
No. I just didn't know it was on the list. I misheard it because I heard the
Yeah.
attack speed. Okay.
Area
Next.
damage you do not have.
Yeah.
Dexterity you do.
Okay.
So you
yeah.
want to re-roll vitality
Yeah, no. Okay, I got that.
into
Okay, I see
area
where I missed that.
damage. Other than if you can get area damage on your vitality roll, then that's a perfect bow.
Now I'm more confused. So area damage is the only okay. Area damage. 'Cause I'm not
You
seeing
want-
attack speed on this.
I mean, your damage percent is low. Your damage.
I know, I'm saying though, I'm not seeing attack speed. That's where I'm confused right now.
Oh, I'm not seeing it. Okay, so you want attack speed, not area damage.
No,
That's-
attack speed's not on the list. Oh, it is on the list. Okay. So
All right, so you
attack
want to
speed in there.
re-roll Vite to attack speed or area damage. Attack speed preferential, area damage secondary.
Okay. Got 7% attack speed, which is top. So
Okay. So that gives you
Attack
damage
speed-
range, which is your cold damage.
Yeah.
Your socket, which comes from Romaldi's gift. Attack speed, which you just rolled for, or
yeah, so this is what I have now. So I now have 7%, which is actually the highest.
so attack speed 7%, damage percent, which is 6, which is low. Area damage, which you didn't roll, but you have dexterity. So you don't have number 5, but you have number 6.
Mm-hmm.
That is a damn near perfect Gang's recurve as far as stats are concerned. It's ancient, it's
Okay.
great. I would augment the shit out of that. I would give it a pony. I would take it to the fucking parade.
What am I looking for on the Dregs of Lies?
Alright, so the Dregs of Lies.
Oh dear God, there is some vast. Okay. Yeah. Now, what am I looking for on Dregs of Lies?
Alright, so you're looking for each time your pet hits an enemy, your damage is increased by 0.5% for 5 seconds. The stacks up to 100 times. When you reach 100 stacks, the stacks quickly reset to 0.
Okay, wait. I want my pets to say that again.
Alright. So your pets, you deal 25% less damage. Your pets deal 25% increased damage. That is the base Dregs of Lies thing. That is a basic Dregs of
I
Lies.
I found it. So that. Which is a little unfortunate, honestly, but okay.
Alright, so you have physical
It's
skills
the-
do 24% more damage, which is fine. That's good.
No, the thing that you were saying I wanted though is the second from the bottom. Each time your pet hits an enemy, your damage increases by 5.5.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the final one that I wanted. Sadly enough, it's physical skill. I was actually hoping for this one because it has better critical hit chance and better critical hit damage. And but so I'll get the damage, I'll get the thing. Thorn damage doesn't fucking matter. That's where I'm disappointed. But they both have thorn damage, I guess.
You get thorns regardless. I have thorns on mine. That's level
Yeah.
1. Level 1 gives you thorns. Level 1 gives you life per hit. Level 1 gives you plus 278 damage. Level 1 gives you critical hits, damage increase 100 some odd percent. Um, all the gems, the basic gems, you get all of those for free.
All right.
So the diamond, the ruby, the emerald, all of those, you get those for free.
So while I wish it was the other one so I could get the additional 8% critical hit chance, I want the one that increases the pets. Okay. So then I take the Romaldi.
Yeah. So you deal 25% less damage, your pets deal 25% increased damage, which I think
So
is basic.
yeah.
And then you want each time your pet hits an enemy, your damage is increased 0.5%.
Oh wow, I gotta check that out. Okay. That's me being dumb. Nobody saw that. Shut up, Twitch. So or with that dreg supplies, I'm gonna go from 675,000 damage to 1,028,000, and then I'm gonna
That's
take,
another 500,000 damage over me.
take the dregs. Oh no, no, no! Damn it! I can't do that yet. Well, actually, I can. So emerald, need 1. Royal emerald, need 1. Oh, that's a flawless royal emerald.
Hmm.
And now I need 9. 3. So now I go over here. That. Transmute. Wait, what? Oh, god damn it. That. Bam! 1.1 million damage.
Very nice. Very
So
nice.
that's what I was doing full bar. I just added 625 dexterity, which now makes me go, okay, now I should probably be putting a flawless royal diamond in my pants. Best place to keep your diamonds.
It's in your pants. Seems reasonable.
So need 9 of those in total, I believe. No. I need 18 in total, so I need 16. So, dunk. 16. Boop.
Ooh. That's,
Ah, I done fucked up.
I may look small, but I'll hurt you if you try to steal from me.
Yeah, good. I didn't fuck up. Didn't want to do it, but I didn't fuck up. So now take those out of pants.
Damn it. Buying gems. 7.
Well, let's see if I'm dumb or not.
I don't think you're dumb.
Well, I just replaced all, well, not all. I just replaced most of my sockets with diamonds now. So my toughness, my damage is now 1,002,000. My toughness is 102 million, and my recovery is 31 million. Either way, that'll make it to where I should be doing a shit ton of damage, especially since I have focused so heavily on my pets.
Dex, fight, all resist, movement speed. To multi-shot. Multi-shot. That's perfect.
You know, I always wonder, like people who watch Rex. Now, to be fair, Rex probably has a lot of this shit memorized and whatnot. But
Yeah.
do they watch through while he's making some of these decisions?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But now,
Sorry,
now I have a 125 rank gem in my boots, and my boots are fucking perfect as far as I can tell.
lucky bastard. I need a minute or two. I'll be right back.
Okay. Dex fight, all resist. Found. Dex fight, all resist life. Yes. Centric damage. Critical chance. Area. No area.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You know, this is one of those things that makes me arcane, I should say. Is one of those things that makes me sad that I am no longer in contact with my last boss lady. She was huge into League of Legends.
Yeah.
Like pretty much the way I was with Mass Effect, she is with League of Legends. And since this is based on League of Legends, I could actually, you know, ask her some questions where it's like, wait a minute, how does this how does this apply? Because, you know, League of Legends is about destroying towers and the summoning in of monsters. Now, to be fair, slight spoiler, one of the things that's discovered in this is sort of a insta teleportation thing. So maybe that's why you're defending the towers, because that's where you get your supporting monsters to come in from. I mean, all this is like, I don't understand how this connects into League of Legends, but the story is badass. But yeah, no, I'm good to do some GRs.
Ooh. Dex fight.
That's my second. Oh, whatever.
Dex fight. All resist life percent. Armor.
Just working on augments right now.
Yeah, I was making more Captain Crimson's Dex fight armor. But, honestly, I think I need to call it. It's almost midnight. I'm sorry.
No, you can say no or join me for this. It'll be quick.
Alright, I'm gonna go do this real quick.
And another Dregs of Lies. You know, I think I'm gonna just start salvaging like half of my shards.
I mean,
So I leave it to you though, dude. Do I in a sense do a bunch of regular rifts just so I can prep? Do I do what I can to burn through to get 2 gems up to level 70, in which case it's, you know, just sort of focusing on helping you? Like,
I mean, it, it's up to you, man.
I'm inquiring on your preference is mainly what I'm going for, though.
I don't actually have a preference here. I'm gonna need to do regular riffs, get my GR keys up to minimum range. Then I'm gonna need to run GRs, and then I need to do the.
Well, and that's where I think it's better to solo regular rifts, especially since you can fully equip if you
Yeah.
didn't burn all your equipment on those pants. You can fully equip a follower, and then you can get the double the drops, which will give you. And I mean, I took down one odious goblin. I think that led to some like 27 death breaths and shit like that. So
Oh no,
like death breaths right now.
my um my wizard gal, she is
Nah.
fully spec'd for extra death breaths and extra keystones. So,
Yeah.
like right now, I am at 16 keystones.
Yeah. Okay. I'm at 16 keystones.
So it's gonna take more than that, I think, to fully upgrade my gems, but
Well, you have to think 16 times 5
mm-hmm,
would be 80. So yeah,
mm-hmm,
no, it'll take more than 16.
yeah.
But and that's the other thing is right now this is the squirts I'm running with. Still haven't been able to put a socket on the bastard. So, you know, and that's where I could do what I could to do a bit of an independent push.
Well, this is more what I was going towards with the whole uh, punting a way out until next week. So on Wednesday, we would start with Diablo, try and finish up Diablo, and then move on to Terraria. We would skip Thursday because of my Christmas party, and then Friday we would do Icarus and then Terraria. Is more what I was getting at.
Well, and that's part of the reason why I was thinking about me doing my own little push on my end is just so there's less demand because you can do your solo GR45 apparently already. Well, you just need to level up the goddamn LOD gem.
That's the thing is,
And
yeah.
you have to get that up to 25, so that's 5 runs. And then we got to get 2 more gems up.
Well, I need to call it, but I feel like we can. I feel like we should punt a way out until next week. Is basically
No,
what
I'm
getting
fine.
at.
The thing I'm saying now is I'll not do any additional pushing tonight or tomorrow type thing.
Yeah,
So,
well, you can push tonight. That's fine. I have no problem with that.
Sure.
Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We didn't quite finish off season 25 tonight, but we should be able to
We
finish
blame
off.
Blizzard and the
Yeah,
terrorists.
the terrorists who DDoS Blizzard tonight, which was beyond our control, allegedly, which is why we didn't finish up the season tonight. But anyways, we will be back tomorrow with more games. And Terraria, absolutely Terraria. Other game, probably Diablo, but absolutely Terraria tomorrow. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Buddah, do you have any words before we go? As
Not really.
eloquent as
Happy
ever.
upcoming Merry Christmas and all that jazz, I guess. But it's still over a week away, 2 weeks away, whatever.
Christmas,
So, yeah, no.
you Christian
Holidays and all that
apologist.
stuff. Yeah. Jesus totally took a shot on Muhammad. What can I say?
Anyways, thanks
No,
for
we're
watching. Good night. We will be back tomorrow. But we may be cursed by Muhammad after Buddha took a shit on his ass. Entirely possible.
I didn't. Jesus did. Can't get mad at Jesus.
You can't get mad at Jesus shitting on Muhammad. That is a perfectly Christian ideology. That's like stained glass window right there. Jesus shitting on Muhammad, right? He's like, regardless of his fire powers, you know, he just turned that shit into clay and it just dropped all over on his ass. And you know, like the only way you're gonna stop that much Jesus is if you have like a 70-foot John Wilkes Booth or some shit.
Talk about combining a bunch of random. Okay. Sonics is done. Thank you for listening to his rabble nonsense rabble.
Good night. We will be back tomorrow.
There'll totally be no explosions of a self variety.
And Jesus may or may not shit on Muhammad.
No, it's not did or it's not may or may not. It's did or did not. It's already happened.
That's true.
History can deny all at once, but it's already happened.
Facebook fact checkers will be on the scene in no time.
They've already been defined as opinion checkers, apparently, so they can all pounce in.
All right.
We opinion check this as we're Fridays, and don't really know what's going on. So
we opinion check this as against our opinions, so we mark this as false.
Which is the most accurate way to do it at Facebook.
All right, for realsies this time. For realsies, we're done. We're done.
He's lying. Lying. Go away so I can keep playing, dude, and listen to Red Rising.
Good night.